Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamstu Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhamnitam Vande Guru Nisha Bhakta Nisha Nishavatarakam Tat Prakashansya Tat Shakti Krishna Chaitanya Sangakam Namasrishtam Manumapi Shachiputramatra Rupam Tasya Grajamurupuri Mathuringashtabhati Radha Kundam Girivaramahu Radhika Madhavasam Prapto Yasya Prathita Kripaya Sri Gurum Tam Natosmi Bhakti Guru Padadandam Bhakta Vrinda Samanitam Sri Chaitanya Prabhu Bandi Nityananda Sahoditam Sri Nandanandanam Bandi Radhika Charanadvayam Gopi Jana Samajuktam Vrindavana Manoharam Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaurav Bhakta Vrinda Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaurav Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jai Srila Gurudev, Srila Param Gurudev, Paratpara Gurudev, Shapasha Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada, Samasta Rupanuga Guru Varga Pada Padmanam Jayastu, Samasta Vaishnava Vrinda Pada Padmanam. So, continuing in connection with the explanations of that song, Sri Gurudeva Kripa Bindu Diya, because the half portion, more than half portion, still remaining to be explained.
They have decided who will.
Oh yeah, I decided who made this.
No, they have decided dispute.
Okay, I try. Okay. Sorry.
So I repeat.
They will be able to hear if you are that far.
Yes, I
Come
here.
here. Yes, there.
Come here.
come here because of online.
More?
For the those online.
Yes, for those, yes. For those people.
So, I repeat, continuing with the explanations, the songs, Gurudev Kripabindu Diya Karavidasi.
Oggi continuiamo con la spiegazione della canzone Gurudeva Kripa Bindu Diya.
Because last time we were halfway, we could not complete. So, for the sake of completion, at least you can try to complete. So, we'll continue with that.
L'altra sera non siamo riusciti a completare la spiegazione, per cui cercheremo di completarlo oggi.
So, okay, I've got a request that he had a relevant question in relation to Sakole Samman Korite Sakoti Deho Natho Jatha Jatha. So, he got a relevant question. So, first of all, I just want to address what his query, because he has to go to kitchen, he has got other seva. Then I will be continuing with the rest of the part.
Ok, adesso Nandan, siccome aveva fatto una domanda ma non c'è stato tempo, adesso diamo la possibilità a Nandan di fare questa domanda.
Thank you very much.
Speak loud.
It was so beautiful, profound explanation of this jata, what it means. And it's very logical and very practical and very important. One thing that I would like to hear from you is Krishna is always a little bit inconceivable, paradoxal. So sometimes this looks like contradiction. And it's very common, often, to hear that Krishna mercy is unconditional, ahai. Without. So how can you make synthesis of this?
Reconcile it.
Nandan dice che la spiegazione di Maharaj l'altra sera è stata meravigliosa, e specialmente come ha spiegato il significato di Jata, e poi dice anche che Krishna è un po' paradosso, nel senso che non si può, è contraddittorio, non si può comprendere. Come Maharaj vede che Krishna cioè praticamente ha una misericordia incondizionata, nello stesso tempo però c'è questa contraddizione.
Okay, good question.
Bella domanda.
Appreciate it. So, let me first point out, in relation to this, what you mean, because the very nature, the very character of Lord Krishna and his Leela is so transcendental quality. Sometimes it may appear to be paradoxical a bit.
I passatempi del Signore Sri Krishna praticamente sono completamente trascendentali e a volte lui sembra paradossale.
Because sometimes, or in many ways, Lord Krishna's, the nature of Lord Krishna's pastimes and ways are mystically wonderful, mysteriously wonderful. Everything is not all the time so clear, so clearly revealed to us, but there are many other purposes, good purposes behind. So therefore it may appear to be like paradoxical, but actually it's not.
Allora, a volte Krishna con i suoi passatempi, a qualsiasi cosa che vuole dirci è veramente chiaro, limpido. Altre volte invece sembra un pochettino contraddittorio, ma in realtà non lo è affatto.
Our special guest. So again, when you look at certain things through veils, okay, mystifying layers, okay, mystifying medium. So because we cannot always see things so very clearly, understand it, because it's more mystified, still a bit covered, slightly covered with the mystery. So it seems to us like something. It seems to us like the way exactly it is. Sometimes it seems to us while we view it something else little bit, because the whole thing is mystified, wonderfully mystified, covered, little veiled. But although we can see through, but not everything is not so clear.
Krishna è meravigliosamente mistico e quindi praticamente a volte c'ha una specie di misteriosità dietro. Le situazioni, ciò che appare di Krishna a volte sembrano veramente veramente chiare, altre volte invece sembra che ci sia quel significato o quella via, ma in realtà pensiamo che ce ne sia un'altra perché comunque è coperto.
So mystical ways of the manifestation of the truth in our life has also got its own beauty and wonderful characteristics. It gives us, it fills us with some wonderful feelings, some wonders. Okay, still to be discovered, something new, wonder. So it has got its attraction.
La rivelazione della bellezza e della meravigliosità di Krishna nella nostra vita a volte ci porta a un sentimento di un certo tipo meraviglioso e quindi praticamente lo relazioniamo a questo.
So, natural wonderful characters have its own attractions.
Sì, questo succede perché Krishna è veramente attrattivo, è affascinante.
Because it increases, it also enhances our eagerness to know further, enhances our eagerness, curiosity, deep inquisitiveness to know further, to go deeper, because everything is not revealed to me, so something wonderful, wonderfully attractive.
Così praticamente a volte certe cose li comprendiamo un pochettino, altre volte insomma non riusciamo a coprirlo. Questo è dovuto alla bellezza e all'attrattività di Krishna affinché possiamo andare e cercarlo ancora più profondamente.
But we often say, oh, it's mystical beauty, mystically wonderful, mystically, divinely mystical. It has some purpose and attractions in that.
Misticamente bello, misticamente affascinante e quindi c'è qualche cosa di molto affascinante in questo.
Divinely mystical, sometimes we say.
La divinità mistica? Divinicamente mistico e quindi c'è qualcosa di attrattivo, molto attrattivo in questo.
So that's one of the characteristics of Krishna's activities.
Queste sono certe caratteristiche delle attività di Krishna.
Now, back to your main point of query. What about Lord Krishna's unconditional mercy, causeless mercy? That's the query, yes?
Torniamo alla domanda di Nandanandana, quindi come poter vedere la misericordia incondizionata di Krishna.
So this query is presented in contrast with what I explained day before yesterday about that everyone must be respected, should be respected as due to them, as befitting, appropriate, as deserved by them, appropriate to them. So in contrast with that is this query. Then what about the roles and functions of Krishna's unconditional mercy or causeless mercy.
is in contrast.
Contrast.
Uh-huh. The opposite.
Because
Contrast means
not
the opposite? No.
comparison.
It is
Comparison,
Ah.
not opposite.
Ok, quello che praticamente la domanda di Nandanandana praticamente è molto vicino a quello che praticamente abbiamo detto l'altro giorno, cioè di rispettare tutti gli esseri viventi in base al loro merito e in base al momento e alla condizione e al livello.
So, first of all, you need to understand the causeless mercy, the unconditional and causeless mercy of Lord Krishna is not to be always upheld in general way. That comes down, that is bestowed some special cases in special ways, following His sweet will. So we need to understand about this fact in the first place. The nature of Lord Krishna's giving causeless mercy, bestowing causeless mercy, is not commonly or generally available. It is available in a special way, in the special cases. That's how it appears.
La misericordia incondizionata da Krishna, se ho capito male correggetemi perché la misericordia incondizionata di Krishna è da capire in un certo contesto, non è che avviene così subito in qualsiasi condizione, ma arriva in una certa situazione e in una certa situazione.
Special persons.
Non a tutti e a persone specifiche.
Not given to all,
Yes.
but to some special.
Yes.
It will be available, not general.
Chi praticamente è capace, non capace,
Non è per tutti, ma per
chi ha qualifiche.
No.
No.
non è
Non
generale.
è qualificazione, non c'è regola, non c'è niente.
Ok. Quindi non è una cosa comune per tutti, ma in certi casi particolari.
In other words, it's not available in common, general, ordinary way. But it's only available in special cases, in a special way, following His special sweet will.
Ok.
Okay, that's the nature of the causeless mercy being bestowed.
Non è quindi accessibile nelle vie comuni e per tutti, ma in certi specifici casi, per specifici situazioni, specifici persone, secondo il suo dolce desiderio.
Therefore, the devotees make a special prayer. They actually have a special prayer to Lord Krishna to have His causeless mercy. Oh Lord, please have your causeless mercy on me. Bestow your causeless mercy on me. They have to engage in a special prayer to have that special privilege. Okay, special advantage, something. So,
Il devoto fa delle preghiere specifiche e intense e dice: oh Signore, per favore, oh Signore Krishna, per favore concedimi la tua misericordia senza causa. Quindi ci deve essere una preghiera specifica per poter ottenere questo.
receiving all types of mercy from Lord Krishna is very, very valuable, no doubt. But receiving causeless mercy is very special and specially valuable. So, it's not ordinarily available. When things are so easily, when some mercy is so easily and ordinarily available, it doesn't have always special value.
Yes.
But the causeless mercy has got special value in it, therefore it has to be treated and respected accordingly. Okay? Prayer also should be made for that in a special way. If Krishna is so merciful, I don't deserve anything, but if He kindly gives me, awards me with something special I don't deserve, that's the mood.
Praticamente la misericordia incondizionata di Krishna non è praticamente accessibile a qualsiasi genere, insomma, di gente comune, ma a certe specifiche persone, come ha detto prima, e è qualcosa mi è sfuggito, qualcuno mi ha usato.
La misericordia sì, non misericordia comune, ma speciale,
No.
senza causa.
Ok.
Senza causa, non merito, ma prego per la sua misericordia senza causa, perché mi dà la misericordia anche se io non sono meritiero.
Ok, ha detto qualcos'altro però. Ok.
Come.
If you make more shorter, I can understand.
My flow is.
Sorry.
You have a question, okay?
Just to clearly grasp what you say, can we compare this when somebody is very hungry, he has nothing to eat.
Hungry.
Hungry.
Yes, he's very hungry, he's on the street, he's nothing to eat. And he's in hopeless position. He has no means to survive. So in agony, he is in this mood of agony. We can always recognize when somebody is in that mood. His voice is different, his mood is different. And in that mood, this attracts the compassion of the people. They give it. Not
True.
Ok.
Right. Very right. Good is complementing what I'm trying to explain.
Yeah.
Complementing that. A devotee, especially engaged, desperately engaged, special hankering. Oh Krishna, please bestow a causeless mercy on me. I'm not qualified to receive your mercy. I don't deserve. But because you are also the Lord, one of the characteristics of yourself is that you are also the Lord of causeless mercy. Not duly given mercy, not a mercy deserved by me, but causeless, whether I deserve or not. Independent of that, independent of my deserving qualities, you always give. You're so compassionate and so merciful. You give your mercy just in a causeless way. So I need that at this point. I am desperately needing your causeless grace and mercy right now. Will you please bestow on me? That's the mood.
Ok, Prabhu ha detto, per completare o per far diventare più chiaro questo concetto che Maharaj ha detto, possiamo paragonare quello che lei sta dicendo, quello che Maharaj sta dicendo a una persona affamata che non ha niente da mangiare in mezzo alla strada e quindi praticamente tenta di sopravvivere, è disperato, quindi il suo mood interiore è completamente differente e completamente abbandonato perché comunque deve sopravvivere. E Maharaj ha detto, sì, questo completa quello che io sto dicendo, non sono io che praticamente la condizione della persona per avere la misericordia incondizionata di Krishna è che io non ho qualifiche, non posso ottenere la misericordia di Krishna, ma sarà per la sua misericordia senza causa che verrà a me questa misericordia, se lui lo desidera.
So again, like the way he gave example, like a very intensely hungry man, okay, begging for food. Mm-hmm. So that intensity has to be there. That hankering, inner hankering with all humility, in order to receive the causeless mercy from Krishna, a special grant. Independent of whether he deserves or not, a special grant has to be there. So hankering, inner hankering, sincere hankering with all humility. To want that, to have that.
Quindi ci vuole, sì, nello specifico esempio che ha fatto Prabhu, ci vuole una persona affamata che ha desiderio intenso, quasi un'avidità intensa di ottenere la misericordia di Krishna senza causa. Questo rende la persona avida spiritualmente parlando e sincera e quindi questo e fa in modo che la sua preghiera sia molto più intensa e la sincerità è più profonda.
So back to the point. at the point of answering your query, see, the unconditional or causeless, similar, very similar by nature. When you call something defined as unconditional or defined as causeless, very similar.
Incondizionatamente o senza causa, il concetto che passa è simile, è veramente simile.
So, okay. Now let me tell you, although it is said like explained as unconditional mercy, unconditional love of compassion of Krishna. But in the ultimate sense, it's not really unconditional. It has got some positive conditionings. It is said as unconditional just to make it clear to us that it is selfishly unconditional. Like nirguna. Nirguna doesn't mean devoid of values or devoid of qualities. But beyond this limited my qualities, sattva, raja, tama, like invaluable, we say invaluable, doesn't mean worthless or valueless, but beyond the ordinary values, called invaluable, priceless. Similar way, we use the term unconditional compassion, meaning it's beyond the ordinary type of compassions, common compassions, transcending the limits. That's all.
It's so long. Oh my God. Ok. Praticamente la misericordia incondizionata di Krishna, si dice che è misericordia incondizionata di Krishna, ma nel senso ultimo della parola in realtà non è proprio incondizionata, si parla di incondizionata nel senso materiale della cosa, ma invece nel senso ultimo è completamente a livello di spirituale, trascendentale. Io non posso ragionare
Sì,
così.
sopra quello ordinario e straordinario.
Esatto. Cioè la situazione della persona che sta chiedendo la misericordia senza causa deve essere al di fuori di tre guna, quindi come la persona praticamente che è completamente fuori dai tre guna, deve essere con un'intensità spirituale elevata.
Like we say nirguna, that does not mean there is no inequality. It means beyond these three material qualities.
Yes.
Or as we say, invaluable, something is invaluable does not mean has no value.
Okay.
But it is beyond conception of our...
Material.
Yes. So like that, this unconditional mercy is also not without any condition at all.
Okay.
It has some positive conditions. Which he will explain.
Ecco, this is a good point because I forgot. Ok, ha detto praticamente nel senso la misericordia incondizionata di Krishna non significa che è completamente incondizionata, è incondizionata a livello materiale come quando diciamo nirguna, che praticamente è al di fuori dalle tre influenze della natura materiale, oppure quando diciamo senza valore non significa che non abbia valore, ma ha valori di tipo spirituale. Vuol dire che ci deve essere un condizionamento positivo della situazione.
Suppose, for example, when we talk about unconditional love on this mundane plane, unconditional love, unconditional compassion.
Quando noi parliamo dell'amore incondizionato o della compassione incondizionata,
although we say it in that way, unconditional love, unconditional compassion, but it's not actually fully unconditional. It means selfishly unconditional, but what's the opposite word? Selfishly unconditional, but beneficially conditional. Okay? I repeat, selfishly unconditional love, but benevolently conditional.
Quindi praticamente per ricevere la misericordia senza causa di Krishna ripeto, praticamente non c'è praticamente una specie di condizionamento. Il condizionamento, la condizione è che ci deve essere praticamente
Quindi si dice un amore incondizionato.
Sì.
Questa è una misericordia condizionata in modo positivo, quindi
in modo positivo.
non è egoisticamente condizionata, ma opposto.
Benevolmente
condizionata.
Benevolmente condizionato, ok. Ci siamo.
So, because even unconditional love things have a condition that when the loved person is feeling helped and feeling happy with the quality of love being offered to him or her unconditionally, then that happiness also makes the giver of unconditional love happy. So that's the conditioning. Positive conditions there.
Ci deve essere quindi una condizione positiva lì.
Okay, so again, unconditional love is marked as selfishly unconditional. There is no selfish desire, exploiting. Selfishly unconditional, but selflessly conditional.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking for.
Questo l'ho tradotto.
Sì, quindi non è condizionato egoisticamente, ma benevolmente, senza al contrario dell'egoismo.
Selflessly
Yes,
conditional.
I don't know the word in Italian, so contrario all'egoismo. Senza interesse personale.
Ok.
Senza interesse personale.
Whole interest is for the benefits, for bringing all the benefits to the one who is loved, is given unconditional love, offered unconditional love, and when that giver, the person who is offering that unconditional love to someone, is seeing that such way of his offering love in his life, bringing so much good, so much benefits, higher benefits, it makes him very happy. Satisfied, selflessly satisfied. Okay, and that person wants to see that the recipient of unconditional love thrive, improve, and thrive, develop more and more, blossom, be blossoming in full beauty and fragrance in life, and that makes him so happy. So there is a positive conditions also, okay? And not that it makes him bring so much happiness to the giver of unconditional love. So it has got positive conditionings to make him happy, to make the recipient happy, progress, blossom, develop. The more he has that, the more he becomes happy. And the society also becomes happy if many thrive like that through unconditional love. So that love also conditional, more higher way, spiritual way, benevolent sense, positively benevolent way.
Mother speaks so beautifully that this is so difficult to
translate.
Yeah, very beautiful. Quindi,
Yes.
quando noi diamo la nostra, facciamo le cose senza voler disinteressate, e noi lo facciamo per far piacere all'altra persona, e quindi quando noi vediamo che abbiamo fatto il bene, che questa persona sta bene, che progredisce, che è felice, anche noi ci sentiamo felici a vedere questa persona soddisfatta. Quindi in questo modo è condizionato, non egoisticamente, ma automaticamente questa felicità arriva a noi. Quando tutta la comunità anche progredisce, perché se tante persone, come si dice thrive in italiano? Thrive. Come?
Grow.
No, provare, progredire, progredisce, migliora, ecco, fiorisce. Quando questa persona fiorisce, tante persone fioriscono grazie all'aiuto di un'altra, allora tutti stanno bene, tutta la comunità sta bene. No. Sì. No, together we will do.
She's very tired.
Yes.
So,
I
back to the point.
He's feeling, but the words
Yes,
going on.
So, back to the point. Again, there are positive spiritual conditionings. What are they? To make the recipient. What are those conditions? Positive conditions? To make the recipients flourish, improve, be blossoming, be developing, okay, and receive the higher, receive the happiness of higher success of life. Okay, so these are the positive conditionings behind giving unconditional love. Okay, so
questo positivo condizionamento dietro questo atto è di ricevere l'amore senza causa e di fiorire, di migliorare, di sentire anche questa cosa superiore, questo sentimento superiore.
This desire is there for others to flourish. It is no any self-personal interest, it is selfless. But still there is some desire to make him
il desiderio è di altro, di farlo fiorire, di farlo migliorare, di far progredire l'altra persona.
And the more the giver finds the recipient of that unconditional love flourishing, blossoming, okay, with beauty and qualities, makes him more happy. In return, he also receives a selfless happiness. You see, that's a character of the compassionate satisfaction. I gave unconditional love, okay, to see him developing with such positive conditions. I'm feeling so happy and satisfied. That's also another condition.
Questa è la natura dell'amore condizionato, che ti ritorna indietro questo sentimento non condizionato di amore, perché tu lo fai solo per vedere l'altra persona migliorare e fiorire, però ti torna indietro questa soddisfazione. Ancora un punto mi manca.
Therefore now, I use a similar example.
Yes. Missing one little.
When the person sees that person flourishing, that makes him happy.
Yes.
In un certo senso c'è un desiderio lì.
C'è il desiderio di vedere altro migliorare, però questa cosa incondizionata tu lo fai senza voler stare bene, ma tu stai bene automaticamente nel vedere altro migliorare.
This is also one condition.
È una sorta di condizionamento positivo. Yes.
So similar way, when we talk about unconditional compassion, unconditional mercy of Krishna, that also has some positive, higher spiritual, divine conditionings to make the recipient thrive, improve, develop, blossom. Okay, blossom in relation to Krishna, in relation to transcendental Krishna consciousness. And so these are the conditionings of the giver of unconditional compassion, means Krishna. Giver conditionings, positive conditionings. And when Lord Krishna sees that devotee is so much blossoming with beauty and fragrance and qualities, he also takes so much happiness. Mutual conditionings, there's another conditionings. Both are intertwined in that.
Quindi questa è la natura della misericordia. Quando Krishna dona la sua misericordia senza causa, lui è felice a vedere la persona che riceve la sua misericordia a fiorire, progredire, tutto in connessione con lui e con connessione della coscienza di Krishna. Lui vuole che lui avanza, che lui fiorisce nella coscienza di Krishna e questo lui gli dà piacere e quindi per questo si dice che è condizionato in questo senso positivo, non è incondizionato, è incondizionato ma nel senso più alto della parola.
Now back to the point, the main point of your query. If the recipient doesn't have any hankering, doesn't feel any hankering, to receive that unconditional, causeless, compassionate mercy of Krishna, he or she doesn't get it. Krishna also doesn't feel attracted to be blessing that person with unconditional compassion or mercy, because recipient in the first place, prospective recipient in the first place doesn't want that. So that condition has to be there for the recipient, on the part of recipient, to want that in the first place. That, oh Lord, I need it. Otherwise Lord says, oh, you are doing fine, you don't need me, so why should I be paying attention to you? Why should I be giving you unconditional compassion, mercy, because you don't need it in the first place. You do not feel any want for that. You are so busily occupied in mundane ways, mundane so-called happiness and well and oh, fine, you stay. I don't need to come forward to relate to you, give you with my unconditional compassion. So the condition is there on the part of the recipient also, prospective recipient, to be wanting that, praying for it, hankering after. It has to be there. Then it comes.
Sì, quindi c'è la condizione anche dalla parte della persona che riceve la misericordia, che come prima cosa deve esserci questo desiderio intenso di ricevere la misericordia. Se no, lui, prima cosa, non è capace di ricevere la misericordia se non c'è intenso desiderio. E dalla parte di Krishna lui non si sente attratto a elargire la sua misericordia verso questa persona. E più dice, va bene, tu stai andando bene con te stesso, allora non hai bisogno di me. Yes.
On the part of
yes, the conditioning is also on the part of recipient.
yes, he must want, but if he is interested in so many other things, why Krishna will come
Yes.
forcefully to him?
Yes, he's not.
So one of the characteristics of Lord Krishna, that he doesn't impose anything on anyone. He has created all the jivas endowed with free will in the first place. I repeat, yes.
Quindi una delle caratteristiche del Signor Krishna è che lui non forza niente su nessuno, e quindi se uno non vuole la sua misericordia, lui non ha la forza su questa persona.
So when he has already created all the jivas endowed with free will, Krishna wants to maintain that. He wants to maintain his own law, own characteristics, something he has already given. He doesn't want to interfere with that free will, imposing anything on his own, without being wanted, without being, hankered after that from Krishna.
E quindi siccome il Signor Krishna ha creato i jiva con libero arbitrio, lui li ha creati così, e quindi lui adesso non vuole interferire con il loro libero arbitrio e non vuole forzare niente a nessuno, solo se la persona lo chiede specificamente, chiede la sua misericordia, allora lui interferisce e glielo dona.
Because we understand, when we speak of devotion, loving devotion, it means that the jiva soul, a jiva soul, has to want on his or her own. Not that Krishna is creating love for himself. Krishna is creating all devotion for himself. Then what that person, what the devotee is doing? Because of the free will, he has to love Krishna on his own. At least he has to be trying to be loving Krishna on his own. If Krishna creates his own love in his own heart, then he is not getting any love, something offered by the devotee. It's all given by him. And he is taking back his own property, because he is doing everything. He is creating love for him, loving desire for him. Then what the devotee is doing? He is not offering anything. Where is the devotion? Krishna is becoming devotee of himself. So therefore, function of free will is there. With what free will? As free will can be misused, going away from Krishna, okay? Going away from Krishna without any love for Krishna also, when the same free will becomes properly used, very appropriately used, same free will can bring that jiva soul, okay, towards Krishna with some awakened loving hankering for Krishna, awakening hankering with love for Krishna, to be attracted towards Krishna. So therefore, free will is a great factor in between. Okay, conditions. Such conditions is there. You have to be wanting Krishna with your own heart's desire. Not that Krishna will make you love him all the time. You have to do something on your own. That's why free will is given. And that's what Krishna really says. That you are loving him on your own, not inspired by him always. He helps sometimes, but some beginning has to be from your side. Spoke longer, but you understand the mood. You can help yours.
Yes. Quindi il libero arbitrio, come nel concetto negativo ci porta lontano da Krishna, sempre più lontano da Krishna, se si usa bene questo libero arbitrio ci porta vicino a Krishna, e quindi avendo questo libero arbitrio noi dobbiamo sviluppare l'amore per Krishna, o almeno voler sviluppare l'amore per Krishna, e così Krishna ci aiuta, perché se il Signor Krishna dovrebbe anche creare il suo jiva, ha creato il libero arbitrio, adesso se dovesse anche creare nel nostro cuore l'amore per Lui, la devozione, gli tornerebbe indietro quello che Lui ha creato. Allora, dove è la devozione? La devozione deve venire dal devoto, dal libero arbitrio. Noi con il nostro libero arbitrio desideriamo almeno di provare a diventare devoti, amarlo, e allora Lui ci aiuta.
So, in other words, Krishna says, see, I have created you. I have created you as an individual being with your individual heart and soul. I have also given some potency within you, potency of feeling joy, happiness, and potency of love, already given within you in an innate way, okay, interwoven innate way. Okay. So, and you have been endowed, you have been blessed by me with all free will. So you are free to love me. Such free will is given to you, which can be misused, which can be very appropriately used. You may reject me, you may love me. With that free will, you have got the freedom. You may go away from me, you may also love me. It's up to you. Okay, so I am such benevolent Lord. I bless you. I endow you with such freedom. I'm such benevolent. I don't want to control everything. I never become any artificial controller of anyone's life, unless he or she willingly, with free will, wants my control, wants my loving control over his life. I don't come forward to interfere with. If I come forward to interfere with, what would be the meaning of free will? Free will means free will. Not even controlled by me. Because it's not wanted by you. So it is being controlled by yourself. You have got free will. So, this is my pleasure to see on your own free will you come forward to love me. Okay? With the desire, at least we come forward with the desire to love me, to offer your loving devotion, devotional service to me, lovingly relate with me, then I become so pleased with that. I take so much pleasure of that original love of yours. Not that I create everything in you, devotion for me, love for me. That's what I am doing, what you are doing. What is your offering? Then when some love created by me within you, again you are offering that same love back to me, then I am getting things, my own things back to me. I am not getting anything from you individually. What is your function? So Lord Krishna actually takes that love. He doesn't always have the pleasure to get back his own thing which is already created by him, and then he's getting back, offered back his own thing. Rather, he wants to have that original love which is truly originating from the heart of that jiva on his own, not controlled or created by Krishna. That's the conditions. Okay, you get back to your answer, you can relate to my answer to your question. It's a conditioning that you have to love Krishna on your own free will. At least you have to try for that. Then help of Krishna will come to fructify it, to empower that. Yes, flourish and nourish it. But you have to want in the first place. That's the conditioning, positive conditioning, to get the unconditional compassion and love from Krishna. So,
quindi Krishna è un benevolente controllatore, lui non vuole controllare tutto, quindi avendo regalato il libero arbitrio ai Jiva, lui non vuole controllare il libero arbitrio, se no non sarebbe libero arbitrio se lui controllasse questo. Quindi lui vuole che la persona usi il suo libero arbitrio per aver desiderio di servirlo, di amarlo. Allora Krishna gusta questo amore, questa devozione del devoto. Se no, che gusto c'è di creare qualcosa nel jiva e che gli torna indietro? Invece lui vuole personale, vuole che questa persona con regalo del suo libero arbitrio decide di avvicinarsi a lui, di amarlo, di darlo la sua devozione. Allora Krishna gusta questa devozione individuale.
Okay. So, in order to attract Krishna's conditionally unconditional compassion or mercy, loving compassion, okay, we, the devotees, also have some positive conditionings. How to receive Krishna's unconditional, again, divinely, unconditionally unconditional compassion, love, compassion. And what is that compassion on our part, on the part of the devotees? At least to be trying to be devoted to him. It's true, in the beginning we do not have that ability, that qualification to actually love Krishna, to be actually offering our loving devotion to Krishna. We are so less qualified. But we can try for it. Nobody can say we cannot even try for it. Okay, everyone can try, make efforts, sincere efforts to have that. Then that sincere, the continued sincere trying and efforts become converted into awakening of real love for Krishna. It becomes converted into success. That's how many things take place, many things happen in our even worldly life. In the first place, in the very beginning, we cannot have success. But by starting the process of our endeavor with all tenacity, and doing all the efforts and endeavor with all adherence and serious determination, at some point that endeavor becomes transformed into success, bringing result. But in the very beginning of the efforts, no result comes. It's not that. As soon as I started trying, all result will come. Okay, in the long run, the consequence of our all sincere trying and efforts continued efforts with some determination, holy determination. Then at some point we receive some positive results. In a similar way, okay, we have to be at least start trying to be loving to Krishna, to offer our loving devotion to Krishna. In other words, trying to be loving Krishna, be devoted to Krishna. And when we don't feel love for Krishna, okay, then we have to sincerely praying please help, I am so less qualified. So that trying, that sincere trying becomes a qualification, a conditioning to attract some causeless compassion, comparatively unconditional compassion, which helps that devotee to grow more with real love for Krishna. But at least that trying has to be there, it's a part of sadhana. Essential conditioning to attract the unconditional compassion of Krishna. That sincere, wholehearted trying, efforts, endeavor, wanting, at least some low love, okay, to attract. Then that unconditional compassion and mercy of Krishna comes. God helps those who help themselves. Similar principle.
Quindi per ricevere questa speciale trascendentale, condizionata e incondizionata misericordia di Krishna, è di avere almeno il desiderio di amare Krishna, perché magari non siamo capaci ancora di amare Krishna, ma dobbiamo avere questo sincero desiderio, che deve essere intenso, deve essere intenso, sincero, forte. All this desire should be sincere and strong, determination, determinato, e quindi possiamo, quindi questo è short.
There is our part to be
Yes.
done also. At least we should try.
Yes, I said this. Sì.
That is called
Ultimately, we
sadhana.
can be successful.
Questo è sadhana, il nostro desiderio, sì, e poi facendo così avremo il successo come nella vita materiale, poi questo desiderio diventa una qualifica, questo sincero e intenso desiderio diventa una qualifica che ci porta al successo, e Krishna ci dona la sua misericordia.
We can show all excuses. I'm trying, I cannot, I'm not qualified. I'm not saying out of humility. Truly, even sometimes we become a bit lazy, or a lot of laziness with us. It's true. We become so lazy. We can give many excuses and so unqualified. Okay, I cannot get it, I don't know how to. But we cannot give any such excuses saying, I cannot even try. We can do so many other things in our life, okay, and getting some success on the mundane plane. And we cannot even try. We're so unfortunate. We're so low class. We're so materialized, okay, illusionary. We cannot even try to love our own Supreme Lord, who is our origin, by whose grace and potency we are blessed with this life. We are living with this life and enjoying everything, experiencing everything, and out of some loving gratitude, we cannot even try to love Him, give some portion of our loving devotional service to Him. Impossible. Then it will be self-cheating, self-deception. We can't do that. So we cannot show any excuse saying we cannot even try. No matter whatever position you are, we are. You have got the ability to try. Sincerely try. Make sincere effort. That's in our hand. Within our free will. Proper use of our free will. That is the conditioning. Most positive conditioning to receive more causeless mercy or unconditional compassion from Lord Krishna. We have to be deserving with that positive conditioning. Otherwise it cannot be, Krishna's mercy cannot be received totally unconditioned way. No matter how we become lazy, we become, antagonistic, or we become so neglectful about Krishna, and then we'll be asking for, because you are known to be giver of unconditional compassion, unconditional mercy. So no matter whatever way I relate to you, whatever way I become neglectful towards you, okay, so I'm so expert to be neglectful about you, going away from you. It's all your responsibility, somehow or other, whether I want you or not, just to give me unconditional mercy and compassion, because he said, you're also Lord of giver, you're also Lord of unconditional compassion and mercy. So I don't need to do anything. Just simply give me free, one way. It doesn't matter whether I want you or not. No. Then there will be no relationship. Okay? So that's the answer to your query.
Quindi comincio qua dall'ultimo che ha detto. Non è che noi possiamo fare la nostra vita materiale, godere di tutto quello che ha creato il Signore per noi e dire tu sei il Signore, quello che dona la misericordia senza causa, allora me la devi dare. No, non è così, perché diventa solo una relazione a senso unico, allora non è una relazione. Questa è parte ultima. A volte possiamo diventare pigri, dalla pigrizia dire io non ce la faccio a avere successo nella coscienza di Krishna, ad amare Krishna, questo è solo pigrizia. Noi abbiamo il libero arbitrio e con questo libero arbitrio noi possiamo almeno desiderare di avere devozione per Krishna. Questo non possiamo mai dire non ce la faccio neanche ad avere il desiderio di amare Krishna. Poi?
Se non ce l'hai il desiderio, allora prega Krishna e quello che necessita è praticamente lo sforzo. Lo sforzo, l'unica cosa che abbiamo in nostro potere, nelle nostre mani, è il libero arbitrio e lo sforzo.
Sì, il desiderio, cioè questo è appunto era il desiderio, almeno il desiderio di avere la devozione.
So Lord Krishna gives us message. Well, if you can be trying, you can be seriously trying for achieving many things on this mundane plane in your mundane life, and eventually you get the results. Why not in relation to me? On the mundane life and mundane plane, you don't get things free. You don't get anything free. You have to try for it, go for it, make some endeavor, then some results come. You achieve it, you earn it. Okay? You cannot freely deserve. Am I? So, to relate to me is even so less qualified, even lesser than that without you do anything for me, even without wanting me a little, without even trying to be loving me, you just get everything only for free because I am the Lord of unconditional compassion and mercy. And is it so cheap class? Is it so cheap class? So ordinary, even for to achieve mundane things, you have to try for it. You have to earn it. And for me, to get my mercy, my compassion is so cheap, so ordinary, that it should be given to you, even you don't deserve it at all. You don't even want that. When you remain so neglectful about me, still I have to come forward. What do you think? What do you think? Okay, I am so ordinary and cheap class. Everything can be achieved, my mercy can be achieved. Okay, in such cheap class, ordinary way. Even when you are neglectful towards me. Okay, you have got nothing to do with me, you don't want me. So it has to be understood. There is a positive conditionings. It is that our faithful trying to be devoted, trying to love Krishna. At least that, if that conditioning is there, positive divine conditions there, then at some point that it becomes helped by Lord Krishna. God helps those who help themselves. That our sincere, very, very sincere trying, sincere way of trying, sincere way of our efforts to relate to Krishna in love becomes helped further, empowered further by some grace of, that is causeless grace also. We don't deserve yet. Some causeless grace comes. When both combine together, something happens wonderful. We really receive unconditional compassion from Krishna more and more. So again, it's unconditional in a relative sense, not absolute sense.
Sì. Quindi,
He's not so cheap. Not
Sì,
so
sì, yes, I
cheap.
wanted to start from la misericordia. Allora, nel mondo materiale, nel piano mondano, noi facciamo grandi sforzi per ottenere qualsiasi cosa. Non è facile, quindi lavoriamo sodo, ci diamo da fare per ottenere le cose. Invece, come per avere la misericordia senza causa di Signor Krishna, pensiamo di senza fare niente, senza uno sforzo, senza lavorare sodo non avremo la sua misericordia solo perché Lui è il Signore della misericordia incondizionata. No, non è così. Noi dobbiamo almeno provare ad avere un intenso desiderio di avere la sua misericordia. Questo è questo condizionamento speciale. Quindi è incondizionato, ma il condizionamento è il nostro sincero desiderio, perché Krishna cosa dice? Tu non mi vuoi, fai la tua vita, non cerchi neanche di amarmi, di avere devozione per me e io devo venire verso di te. Allora, cosa sono io? Una cosa che costa poco, una cosa da poco. Non è così. Se anche nel mondo materiale lavori sodo, lavori duro per ottenere qualsiasi cosa, come poi neanche con un desiderio di amarmi, come puoi avere la mia misericordia? Quindi quando hai un desiderio, anche se non sei qualificato, non sei capace, ma non puoi dire di non poter avere il desiderio. Quindi quando questo desiderio nel cuore si sviluppa forte, la misericordia di Krishna viene verso di noi e ci dà la sua misericordia che ci aiuta a fiorire, a progredire, ci dà il suo aiuto.
Therefore, in other words, Lord Krishna, the Supreme Lord, giving clear messages through his different types of instructions and recommendations all through the Holy Scriptures. Please do this for me, do that for me. Try to be my devotee. Try. I want to see something from your part, okay, independent of that is getting done by me, because I have created you as individual being with full free will, natural freedom, everything. I would like to see that on your own freedom, on your own will, okay, on your own will and desire, you are coming forward to relate with me. Then I help you. Definitely I help you.
Sì, il Signor Krishna dice, io ti ho creato, ti ho dato libero arbitrio, ti ho dato tutto, io voglio vedere da te che tu con tuo libero arbitrio, il tuo desiderio, tu che vuoi venire verso di me,
See, he's saying all over. Manmana bhavo madhubhakta madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishyachi sattanti pratijani priyoshine. Try to become my devotee. Try to be thoughtful. Try to be fully absorbed in my thoughts. Be devoted to me. Be devoted to my loving worships and loving service. Always. So, in this way, many ways, Lord Krishna is giving us directions of how we can go forward in relation to Him, how we can be wanting, how we can be increasing our more wanting for Him, hankering after Him with some love. There are many other verses. This is one of the verses, Manmana Bhava Madhbhakti. So many other verses, similar ways.
Signore, tramite le scritture sacre, ci dà le istruzioni come dobbiamo comportarci, come ci possiamo avvicinare con Lui. Uno di questi versi sono Bhakto, quindi di essere il suo devoto, di avvicinarsi, ci dà le istruzioni come amarlo, come svolgere la devozione verso di Lui, l'adorazione. Per concludere. Sì, lui ci dà tramite le scritture sacre, ci dice come avvicinarlo.
Fai questo per me, fai quell'altro per me.
Sì.
Pensa sempre a me.
E ci sono tanti altri versi nelle scritture sacre che descrivono come avvicinarsi a Krishna.
Other verses like Maya Vishya Manojima, I'm only uttering from Srimad Bhagavad Gita. There's many other verses from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, other holy scriptures. So right now, just uttering from Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Maya Veshamano Yemam Nitya Yukta Upashate Saddhaya Parvate Tasrena Yukta Tamanata Mayeva Manavadhusya Mayi Buddhim Nivesha Nivashishyashi Majyeva Ato Uddham Nasamshaya. In this way. At some point he says, if you cannot feel love for me, or you do not know how to feel, at least keep on trying through that verse. Athachittam samadhatum nasapnosi maistram abhasa yogena. Abhas means practice. Practice. Create that habit. Develop that holy habit. Holy strong habit, through practices, continued practices. Athachittam samadhatum nasapnosi maistram abhasa yogena tato mamichattum dhananjaya. Abhashat pashamorthosi mat karma brahmo bhava madatthamapi karmani buddham siddhim avapsasi. In this way. So, even he says, even if you find about yourself, you are not even able to practice anything, offer something in my service, something you have earned in your life by spending time, energy. It's something earned, some wealth, money, or anything, and offer that to my service. In that way some sukriti will be created, and that will make you try to love me. Okay? At least you do that.
Sì, all'ultimo Maharaj dice, come minimo, se non sei capace di almeno provare di avvicinarti a me, almeno quello che hai guadagnato con il tuo sforzo, anche qualche soldo, qualcosa, almeno una parte dona a me, così ti arriveranno delle suppliti che ti aiuteranno ad avere il sincero desiderio di avvicinarti a me.
Tesam satajayuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upajanti. So that's another beautiful, wonderful verse in the same line. Okay, what I am explaining. Tesam satajayuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam then dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upajanti. So,
Ci sono vari
My husband's calling because of the baby.
okay.
Ci sono vari versi, altri versi che Maharaj sta citando che praticamente dicono la stessa cosa.
Anannastintayantu mam hiyana parjupasati tesam vitta vijuktanam yogakshamam vaham.
Questo è un altro.
Translate. Please.
More precise.
See, through all these verses, many other wonderful verses from Srimad Bhagavatam,
Ci sono dei
through which Lord Krishna giving clear message.
You have your own part, then I have my own part.
Ci sono tantissimi meravigliosi versi dallo Srimad Bhagavatam che spiegano questo. Tu fai la tua parte, io farò la mia parte.
You try to relate with me in love, then I will also at some point bless you. Bless that endeavor to come forward to me more, closer to me, the spirit of love. But first of all, you have to be wanting for me, wanting to love me, engage in love services. Then I will bless it further, empower it. I can do that. And that is his way of receiving unconditional compassion. It is a divinely conditioned, transcendentally conditioned. Therefore it is called, but materially unconditioned, mundanely unconditioned. Therefore it is called as unconditional, like nirguna, like priceless, like invaluable. Similar way, understand?
Sì.
Because it is materially unconditional, but it is transcendentally conditioned.
Praticamente Maharaj dice che noi dobbiamo fare un qualche cosa, lui dice fai qualche cosa verso di me e io farò il mio dovere verso di te. Quindi praticamente l'unica condizione che ci vuole Si dice amore incondizionato, praticamente incondizionato, ma in realtà è un condizionamento trascendentale perché è incondizionato a livello materiale, ma spiritualmente parlando è condizionato perché praticamente ci vuole questo sincero desiderio e fare qualcosa per Krishna.
Therefore, some deserving qualifications should also be there to receive unconditional compassion or mercy of Krishna. It is deserving qualification in the form of sincere trying.
Quindi ci vogliono desideri meritati
At least.
per poter ottenere la misericordia di Krishna. Quando praticamente ad un certo punto, quando noi abbiamo questo atteggiamento, a un certo punto Krishna ci dona la sua misericordia.
Now, I also tell you, besides it, there are some exceptional, very, very exceptional, very, very special cases where the candidate or the devotee or prospective devotee didn't deserve it, but by some special grace, again, a truly unconditional grace and mercy of the pure devotees and prayer for that devotee is just given, okay, totally freely given to that candidate. But such example is very, very rare and exceptional.
Ci sono dei casi eccezionali descritti e che possono succedere, che praticamente la misericordia senza causa arriva di Krishna, ma questo succede veramente raramente ed è dovuto sicuramente non ai meriti del candidato o del devoto, ma è dovuto probabilmente alle preghiere di un puro devoto o praticamente a qualche cosa di esterno da lui, ma questa cosa succede veramente raramente.
Like giving some special grant during the emergency situation. So something granted in a very exceptional way, very, very exceptional, special way, cannot be considered in general, cannot be understood like, to be applied in general way. So, very exceptional, special cases, again some positive conditions also working there. Blessings of some pure devotees for that candidate. Some special grace of some Mahatma for that candidate prayer. So Krishna is being attracted by that recommendations, authorizations from some of his very pure devotees. So that unconditional grace, compassion coming down. Some positive conditions also there behind.
Anche nel caso in cui praticamente il candidato o il devoto non ha avuto nessun tipo di merito e questa misericordia senza causa è arrivato, c'è una causa anche lì e c'è una condizione anche lì. E in questo caso la condizione è la misericordia specifica di un puro devoto, quindi anche lì c'è una condizione trascendentale.
So something very special and exceptionally done cannot be expected to be done in just a general way.
Quindi non è una cosa che capita normalmente, insomma, nelle vie generali o nel mondo, ma è una cosa eccezionale, particolarmente eccezionale.
Okay. So, for now I put my Harikatha to rest.
Yes.
We can continue further in the evening. So see, whole time became occupied only to be answering your very important question. Okay, so I could not even start explaining further from that song.
Ok, dice adesso stoppiamo la Harikatha qui e continueremo stasera per poter fare la Harikatha, la continuazione della spiegazione della canzone Gurudeva Kripa Vindhya.
You had a question?
E poi
Say
se avete domande ditelo.
Just to add to this, what you say, I think unless we recognize the Krishna's mercy or quality of compassion, we will not be able to start approaching.
Right.
You know.
Right. So that is the positive spiritual conditioning, to be deserving to receive his even unconditional mercy. Yes, exactly.
Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna.
Much more than answer. Much more than answer.
Appreciate your query. which also makes me clarify.
This was life-changing.
Bhakti Nandan Maharaj,
All glories to the assembled devotees. Bhakti Nandan Swami Maharaj.
Jai.